Well, they say it's Tea Party power at the polls. Until now, you know, the Tea Party has affected races, such as helping elect Senator Scott Brown in Massachusetts, for example. And several Tea Party members are running for Congress and other offices around the country. But this past week, the first Tea Party member actually won an election to public office, but there is a recount. On Tuesday, New York Tea Party organizer Dean Murray, who you see here, topped the Democrat in a special election for the New York State Assembly from Long Island. He won by 2 points, 51 to 49%, but the absentee ballots haven't been counted, so his apparent victory has not yet been officially certified. Despite that, Mr. Murray seems to be on the verge, as far as we can tell, of being the very first Tea Partier to actually become an elected public official. Dean Murray from New York's Long Island joins us now in our New York newsroom. Welcome, and thanks for being here on the Fox News Channel.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
Dean, how did the Tea Party help?
Well, you know, Eric, there's a misconception right now by the liberal media and by the Democrats that this is some sort of a radical movement or something like this. I helped to organize one of the first Tea Parties, like thousands of others across the country. It was last April on Tax Day, and the acronym T stands for Taxed Enough Already. What this movement is about is it is about ordinary citizens, taxpayers, hardworking people that have just had enough. They want accountability. And the other side thinks this is some radical organized movement. It's not. It's a movement made up of the people for the people.
Well, you know what they say, that they're just angry Americans, that you're just too extreme. But you were the Republican candidate. It was a real race. It was a special election, and you topped the Democrats so far, 51 to 49%. As I said, why did that happen?
Well, again, I think it tapped into the anger of the ordinary people. And anger is a good word to use, because I said before that a year ago, people were afraid. They didn't know what was coming. Now they're just angry. We're seeing bailouts. We're seeing irresponsible spending in all levels of government. And the people are speaking out now, and they're coming to the polls, and that's where they're being heard. When they pull that lever, they're starting to be heard. But the other side's still not getting it.
You know, what's interesting is you were the Republican, and in some cases, some Tea Party members are opposing some Republican candidates. One candidate that you were with, Chris Cox, is President Nixon's grandson.
Right.
His father is chairman of the state Republican Party, was there in the Republican headquarters with you. I can't think of a more status quo type of Republican. So what does that mean in terms of the Tea Party role in dealing with the Republican Party? Are they against them? Are they for them? How do they decide, and what comes next?
Eric, the beautiful thing about the Tea Party movement and the Tea Party Patriots, and I want to say there's a couple of organizations on Long Island, the Conservative Society for Action and the Suffolk 912 Project. The good thing about these is they're looking at the individual candidates. It just seems that the Republican Party is getting it a lot faster than the Democratic Party right now. They're looking at individual candidates who will stand up and be responsible for the taxpayers.
All right, there's still 440 absentee ballots will be counted this week. They're pretty evenly split between Republican and Democrat. At the end of the day, do you think that you will be certified this week?
Yes, I do. Probably midweek.
All right. Dean Murray, Republican, who was one of the first Tea Party organizers, on the verge of actually being certified, he says, for the New York State Assembly in New York. Dean, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Eric.
Jamie?
This is a fun segment because every year buyers and sellers head to the International Toy Fair in the Big Apple. This is the place where all the companies come to unveil their newest toys, hoping they